Ladies and gentlemen, gather close as I share a tale of fire and ice, of how kindness can be twisted into weakness and patience can be stretched until it snaps. Like many before me, I watched as arrogance bloomed in the garden I tenderly cultivated, never knowing it would strangle everything else I'd grown. You were masterful in your subtle craft of disrespect. Those little comments dropped like breadcrumbs of doubt, leading me down a path of confusion. "I'm just trying to help you improve," you'd say, while planting seeds of insecurity. The loyalty test came wrapped in innocent questions, each one a trap carefully set. "If you really cared, you would," became your favorite phrase, wielded like a sculptor's chisel against my self-worth. The realization didn't come like lightning, it crept in like dawn, slowly illuminating all the shadows I'd been trying not to see. Each day brought new clarity as I watched your performance with increasingly clear eyes. My silence wasn't weakness, it was strength gathering force. While you thought you were pulling my strings, I was quietly cutting them, one by one. The distance between us grew, not with dramatic declarations, but with quiet certainty, like water carving through stone. The day I walked away, you didn't even notice at first. That's the thing about people who think they own the sun, they don't realize when it's setting. Your power was built on the assumption that I would always orbit around you, desperate for your warmth. How fascinating it must have been to watch your carefully constructed reality crumble, as you realized I had grown my own light. Your confusion was palpable, your disbelief almost comical. The person you thought you had shaped into dependency had transformed into something beyond your control. Now you're left with the aftermath of your own creation. I hear through mutual friends about your attempts to rewrite our history, to paint yourself as the wounded party. But memories don't bend to will, do they? They stand as testament, unchangeable and true. Your pride wages war with truth, and pride keeps losing. Every replacement you found has somehow fallen short, because they can see the cracks in your facade that I helped expose. Meanwhile, I celebrate my freedom like the first breath of spring after a long winter. Each day brings new discoveries of who I am without your constant commentary, without your suffocating expectations. The strength you tried to diminish has become my foundation. Independence tastes sweeter than any false praise you ever offered. I found peace in the absence of your chaos, like a garden finally free of weeds, blooming wild and true. Your regret has become your constant companion, I'm told. How it must burn to know that every manipulation, every careful plan, only served to forge me stronger. Your desperate attempts to justify your actions fall on increasingly deaf ears as others begin to see what I finally saw. The prison of pride you built yourself keeps you trapped in endless cycles of denial and defensiveness. This isn't a story of revenge, it's a testament to resilience. While you remain chained to the past, trying to understand where your power went, I'm building a future too bright for shadows. Your betrayal is indeed etched in stone, but not as a monument to pain. Instead, it stands as a marker of transformation, a reminder that sometimes the worst things that happen to us lead us to the best versions of ourselves. The view from here is beautiful, and you can no longer touch it.